come to a comfortable sitting position. It doesn't have to be cross-legged, and you can also sit on something. So you could sit on a pillow, or you could sit on a block, something like that. Just make sure you feel both of your bump cheeks firmly on the ground. And then think of sitting tall, so like you've got something pulling you long, like a string from the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. And then we're just going to roll the shoulders forwards, up and back and down and around. And take a few deep breaths. And then we go the other way. So we go back, up, and then drop the shoulders forwards. Good. And then just shrug them up towards your ears, breathing in. Breathe out, drop them down. One more time. Breathe in, shrug them up. And breathe out, drop them down. And then from here, you're going to lift up the left arm. You can pull the fingers towards you like you're pushing the ceiling away, up, and then you take it over. So you're reaching here. If it's too much, then just keep your wrists straight. So it feels like I'm pushing the wall or the ceiling away. And then allow your head to just dangle and sort of look down to the floor. And now check that you've still got your left bump cheek firmly on the ground. And then we lift it up and we bring it back. Other side. Gonna lift up this arm again, fingers towards you like you're pushing the ceiling away, up and then over. You can look down towards the ground and you can think of that right bump cheek, heavy, firm, down into the floor. And then back into the middle. Let's do it one more time on each side. I'm gonna lift up, pull the fingers down, feel like I'm pushing the ceiling away, so I'm getting really long in the spine. And then up and over. Head can look down, shoulders relaxed, bump cheek heavy on the floor. And then back into the middle, and then down. And again, we lift up, fingers towards you, think of pushing the ceiling away, up and over. And you can look down, think of the right bump cheek heavy on the floor. And then back up into the middle, and then relax here. Now from here, stretch out your left leg, and you can have your right leg here either close to you or further away. For me, I get more stretch having it further away. So you choose where that leg goes. And again, shoulders back and down. First of all, we're just going to walk a little bit forwards. And you gently swing or sway a little bit left and right. And then we're going to walk over to the right. So you keep walking more towards the bent leg. And just see how far can you walk. You're going to get a bit of a twist into the spine. Now check you're not starting to lift up the other leg. So you keep walking over. And again, just take another breath here. We're walking back to the front and then over towards your straight leg. And here I'm trying to get my other arm, so my opposite arm to the leg, my right arm towards the leg, or maybe even a little bit across. Again, if I bring this leg in, I can reach further, but I might get less stretch. So adapt your foot where you feel a good stretch. And we're kind of feeling the stretch down the back muscles here, but of course you might also feel it into the leg. And then one more breath. And then we come back into the center. We're walking back up. Roll the shoulders back and down. I lift my right arm up. I can either hold on to my leg here as I fold over, or I could also use this hand here to support my head. I can bend this arm if it's too much, or even place it in the low back. We just take 4 or 5 breaths here, really stretching, opening the side of the body. And then slowly, slowly we release. And you can roll the shoulders back and down. Now take this right arm, circle it around and place it back behind you on the floor. I'm going to show you from the side in a second. So I push this arm a little bit down. I can lift up the chest. This is option 1. Or I press my feet a little bit more into the floor and I try and lift up like this. So from the side, I bring this arm down, I press, I lift, or I press my feet and I lift a little bit up like this. Now it's up to you. You can lift and then you can lower. So we're going to do 5 here, or you just stay here. You can lift the arm, but I keep my bum down and I still get that nice back extension, even if I don't lift my hips up. Obviously, if you lift your hips up, it opens a bit more through the hips, wherever you can. And then back down. 3 more here. And take nice deep breaths. 2 more. And one last one. Good. Back into the middle. And then we bring that straight leg to the front. So now I've got it pointing straight in front of me, and I take the bent leg, if I can, across. I'm going to hug this leg and I'm going to rotate to that right side, my bent leg. This is option 1. If knees and hips feel fine, you can lean a little bit to the left and tuck the other one under. That just depends on the knees and the hips. Again, we hold it for 4 or 5 breaths. Think of growing nice and tall. Think of that string lifting you up again, crown of the head. And then as you exhale, you rotate a bit more. I'm trying to really connect or even press this right foot firmly into the floor. Good, now the legs are staying exactly the same. I'm going to rotate back into the middle and I'm going to go the other way. So legs stay the same. I'm trying to put my hands down, my bum will lift a little bit up. I'm trying to get this right arm across again. Then once I've got the floor, I'm trying to let the bum sink back down to the floor. Again, you get a twist into the spine. Exactly the same if this leg is straight. Think of a deep breath in. Feel the ribs expand sideways, backwards, forwards. One more breath. And then slowly we come back, untangle the legs, and then just stretch them in front and give them a good shake. And shoulders back and down. And then we're going to circle the ankles. So you're going to circle them at the same time, left and right. And just think of your legs fairly still. They obviously will move a little bit, but you try not to do it from up here. Really focus on circling from your ankle joints. Try and go slow and do the biggest circle possible. So I'm trying to get my toes to point inwards, towards me, out and away. And I'm trying to sit tall. If I need to have my knees a little bit bent, that's fine. Really think of sitting up on your two sit bones. Let's circle the other way. And many of these movements and stretches you can do in the morning before you get up, in bed even, or at night before you go to sleep. So if it helps to incorporate some movement into the day, a few minutes before you get up, a few minutes before you fall asleep, some of these moves are very easy to do in bed. And then let's go the other way. So I'm going to bend this leg. I'm going to stretch it out to the other side. Again, knee could, or foot could be more in, foot could be more away. Depends where you feel the stretch. Think of nice and tall. And then we walk a little bit forwards, wherever we can get to. So for me, if I have this in, you can see I can go a lot more down to the front, but I actually get less stretch. So sometimes it's not always what looks more is more. Yeah, so try both and see. If I have my foot more away, I also get a stretch here into the bent leg, into the bum cheek and lower back area, plus a little bit on my straight leg, inner thigh and hamstring. And we take a little walk. So we go towards our bent leg. I'm just walking my hands as far as I can, trying not to lift up the straight leg. So we get a bit of a twist into the spine, and you should feel the muscles around the back stretch a little. And then let's walk it back and through the middle, over to our straight leg. And it's now the left arm you want to try and reach. And this could be up here. So I try to get the hand to the leg or even over the leg at whatever level. You might need to adjust your foot a little bit here, or your leg, to get more out of it. A stretch, of course, a little bit in the legs, but we also want to feel it here into the back muscles. Take a few deep breaths here. And then we're walking back into the middle. And then we're going to lift up the arm of the bent leg, so your left arm, stretch it up, and then we fold over. Again, I can hold onto the leg, or I can support my head, and this arm can always bend behind the head or even come down if it feels too much. We're thinking of stretching the side here again. So bum cheek heavy down, reaching up and over. Head, you can also look down, find the position where it feels comfortable for your neck, head and shoulders. Two more nice deep breaths. And we bring the arm back. And we're going to roll the shoulders back and down. We lift this arm up, we place it behind. I press the hand or fingertips a little bit into the floor to lift the chest. and I can lift this arm up. So even here, without lifting my bum, I can think like I'm about to lift up, and you get that nice stretch. Or I press my feet a little bit down and I lift my hips up. And then slowly I lower back down. So we're going to do 5 here, so 4 more. We're going to press and lift. That's it. And then back down. And then 3. Try and have that leg out to the side if you can. 2 more. You might get a bit more hip opener here, and that leg's more out to the side. Last one. Good. And then back down. Good. And then bring that leg in to point to the front. And again, the bent leg is going to step across. So I can be here, I hug the leg in, and then I twist to the left, to your bent leg. You can also lean away and tuck your bottom leg under. Yeah, that just depends on knees and hips. Think of both bump cheeks firmly on the ground and then growing tall through the crown of the head. And again, we stay here for a few breaths. Try to keep that left foot connected into the floor, into the ground. Think of growing tall on your inhale and then twist a little more on the exhale. Relaxing into the area where you feel the stretch. And then the legs stay exactly the same. I'm just going to rotate back to the middle and then away to the other side. I'm trying to get this left hand on the floor as well. So my bum cheek will lift up in order to get there. Once I'm there, I'm trying to think of the bum cheek back down as much as I can. Same if this leg is stretched out. One more breath. And then slowly coming back up, back to the middle again, untangle the legs, give them a little shake. And then we're going to take them wide. I'm going to show you from the side. Take your legs wide, so wider than your mat, hands behind you. There's a little bit of weight on them, not a lot. And then you start to just rock the legs in and out. So I've got my heels fairly close to the bum, and you're moving, mobilizing a little bit into your hips here. Now, it's quite normal that you sort of start to move away from the hands. So sometimes you need to just pull yourself back. Yeah. If you have a bit more weight on your hands, it will maybe happen a little bit less. But it's not a problem if it happens. You just, once you've shimmied to the front, you just lift yourself back. That's it. Let's do another round. Again, think of chest nice and open. Good. And then next time we've got the right leg in front, we stay and we see if we can lift ourselves up. Now that might be too much and you might stay back here. That's fine, wherever you can. And then let me just face you from the front. So you might be more like this, you might be more open, wherever you can be. And we're going to see if we can circle a little bit our spine. Now, if this is really uncomfortable for your knees and hips, you open the legs and you circle like this. Yeah, so this is the alternative. If it's just tricky or tight, maybe you can do one leg Yeah, like this. Just see where it goes or where you can do it. It might not be the most comfortable position, but that's why we do it. And then go the other way around. Good, let's switch our legs. Maybe you need your hands back. Maybe you can do it without your hands. Let's see. Good, so find that position, again, wherever you need to adapt, and we circle again. And you could have one leg bent, one leg a little bit out, and start here. Good, and the other way. You can hold on to the floor. And then pause in the middle. Bring both legs together. Last one here. Soles of the feet together, and we're going to just stretch forwards. Now, again, I can have the feet closer towards me, and I can reach forwards, or I can have my feet a little bit more away, and then reach forwards. It depends on your body what feels best. We're looking for a bit of an opener for the inner legs and the hips, but also as you lean forwards, there should be a bit of a stretch into the lower back. If this is very uncomfortable, a child's pose could be the alternative, like this. Yeah, so this could be the alternative if it's not good for you. Just relax the head, reach those hands forwards. And then move both hands over to the right. Think of your left arm reaching really long. And then both arms reaching over to the left. Think of the right arm reaching very long, keeping both bum cheeks firmly on the ground. And then back into the middle, forwards one more time. And then slowly, vertebra by vertebra, start to roll yourself back up. All the way up, sitting nice and tall. Roll the shoulders back and down.